said, whoa, brother. Whoa, I thought you was on peace. He said, I
thought we was in Ramadan.
Right. My man said, I don't want peace. I want problems always. When I go to Celtic, when I go to Boston, I want problems always. Oh. Cash Crew, it's your boy. I'm back. This is how we started. Hey, Vlad's out of here. He's fired. No, I'm just kidding. Cash Crew, it's another episode where we talk about sports and the business behind it. I got my guys here. How you feeling, Dub? How you feeling, G?
That was a great intro, bro.
Thank you.
I'm good. But that was a great intro, man. I had to come a little suited and booted today.
You look good.
You know, I was like, let me try something different, bro. I was like, let me try something different, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Jig, man, how you feeling, bro?
Man, you know me, chilling. That's it.
That's it.
We got a lot of things to talk about. Speaking of chilling, we got some headlines. Somebody retired. Jay Wright from Villanova. Man,
after 21,
run down the stats.
Just one that I really know of. But after 21 seasons, he got two national championships, which is very difficult in the college game. Obviously, been in the Sweet 16, Final Four multiple times, but you know, 2 national championships is not something that's easily obtained,
and not in the Duke era as well.
Exactly,
Duke Kentucky Blue Bloods.
I think he retired kind of young. He's only 60. That's typically them cats be going to like 75, something like that.
Tired, bro.
Yeah, he said.
If history has anything to say about it, let's see, because Tom Brady retired as well, and that man was cutting. He was making Uncrustables for like
2 seconds.
He said, "This ain't for me.
I'm good." So Jay Wright is chilling for just a little bit.
Just for a little bit.
You know what I wonder? I wonder if he was there when Kyle Lowry was there.
That's possibly. 21 seasons. That's what we. That's 01, bro.
Wow. So he coached Kyle Lowry. That's wild. And he look good for 60. You look good, Jay Wright. You look good.
You look good. We got another headline though.
Yes, sir.
On the field.
On NFL.
Debo.
What happened?
Debo wants out of San Fran.
That surprised the heck out of me when I saw that come across my screen.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Like at first I think I was on SportsCenter that day and they were saying, oh, Debo wants a new deal. But then they were like, San Fran has no problem giving a new deal. And I was like, that's weird.
That's personal.
And then and then an hour later you hear Debo has requested a trade. That means he didn't want a deal from you.
Yeah.
Period. That's tough.
That's wild. And he's still in his rookie contract, so he's third, fourth year, something like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
His team got in his ear. You're never as hot as after being in the Super Bowl. Whether you won it or not, people want that Super Bowl juice. Whether if you made it, you good. Come bring some of that winning, or well, in this case, losing. But I mean, just bring some of that Super Bowl magic here. And hey, I mean, there were people on because I don't know if y'all saw 2 weeks, maybe 2. I'm not sure how long ago, but he erased everything from San Fran, and everybody said, don't worry about it.
No, that's a big thing. That's a big
Come on, this guy's only 20-something? Like, that means something. And first of all, that he put all that information on his IG to take it down and then take his picture off, that's a big deal for that generation.
Like, he erased San Francisco 49ers from his life, like as if it never happened.
Never happened.
So it's likely that he already had requested at that time. Yeah, they just kept it real low. And
possibly. But it makes me think though. Do you think a lot of it has to do with his position or not, or lack thereof? Because he is a receiver that plays a lot of running back, and the pay is different. Like receivers have a certain salary, and then running backs got another one because their lifeline is short.
Right.
So I wonder how much of it has to do with that. It's the business behind it.
There's business behind it. You know what? That makes a lot of sense, and it may have been on the other. We're gonna hear about it anyways. There's gonna be some expose. There's gonna be some YouTube documentary how Debo Samuel was let go, or
Or
how
why,
San Francisco
yeah.
messed up, whatever. But I think that might be with it, because once you're pigeonholed in one area,
They try.
you want to show more. Because I hear that all the time, even on the basketball side, of how like small forwards don't ever want to play power forward, or don't ever want to have that on their resume
Because
It may be
because
of
it
that.
looks a little and so it does make me, because if you're just a receiver, you're not used quite as much, so your lifeline is a little longer.
Yeah.
But because San Francisco uses him everywhere,
Right.
How long can you do that?
Right.
yeah, it's gonna shorten his lifeline. So I think I don't know.
That is the business behind it for real.
That's the business. But anyway, signing the Giants, you know, like, you know,
Getting rid of Saquon and just bringing him
bye.
Hold on, he's gonna go from Jimmy G to Dan. Never mind.
I mean,
I'm not doing it.
so the
I will
idea,
not say nothing in English.
You ain't have to do that, man.
the idea is that
You ain't have to do that, man.
Listen,
let's
stopped short.
let's talk hoops.
Let's talk hoops.
Let's talk hoops.
This is why we're here.
Yes.
This is why we here.
We starting with the East. Let's look at the teleprompter here. Okay.
I think we should save the East for last.
Hey, man.
East is the best right now.
Yeah, that's the
The
bloodbath.
best side.
That's the bloodbath.
That's true. And then you, the Miami junkie, you gonna stay there for a long time. So let's go ahead. Let's knock the West out. We about a week into the playoffs. You know, there hasn't been any official sweeps yet or anything like that.
It's been fun, though.
Soon come. Let's start with one.
Golden State.
Denver and Golden State.
Golden State.
Man.
What Charles Barkley said when they was talking about it, he said, man, they gonna beat the hell out of it.
He's right.
That's simple terms.
They gonna beat the hell out of it.
I mean, but there couldn't have been a series more unevenly matched.
Right.
It's like, you know, just bad.
Like Jokic, and that's it.
Bad TV,
That's it.
bad everything.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
it's
nobody
not even
watches them
interesting to
games.
watch.
Who watches
Like, you want to
I've
watch.
never watched one.
I haven't watched one either because I'm like, I mean, Golden State is fun to watch, but
Right.
I know I'm not watching anything out of Denver. Like, it's poor Jokic, and he's probably going to win MVP.
Y'all know how I feel about Jokic.
Yeah, we know, buddy. We know.
Anyway, yeah,
We
go
know.
home. Go home.
We know, but
No, I respect the guy. I respect.
But how about the emergence of this guy? Yo, the other day I was texting Vlad and I was like, Jordan Poole and them.
JP.
I said Jordan Poole and them.
Yo.
And this is a team that has Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond.
But listen, I'm gonna set you up for this one. Okay? You got the Splash Brothers. Of course you need a pool of water. I'm just saying. Well, that's it. That's the show. We're done. I've been waiting to drop that one, bro. I've been waiting. Yeah.
You got the
Appreciate
splash
it.
Yo, KD, where you been all my life?
We in here, man. We in here. It's all right. No fanfare, no paparazzi, no pictures. No pictures.
This dude's been going berserk.
No, JP
Yeah,
he's ridiculous.
Out of the G League, bro.
Berserk.
Out of the G League. What's crazy, he wasn't even in running for most improved.
Yeah.
No.
But those who were in most improved, I don't know about that. I mean, should you think about I mean, that's another conversation, but
I like Darius Garland in that conversation.
Correct. But JP definitely needed to be up there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you follow. There's a guy on Instagram named Filet. He's singing and all the doing it. Jordan Poole's on there every time they play. Every single time.
Really?
And he's always like, yo, you gotta chill, Poole. You gotta chill. This dude did a split the double team through the legs behind.
Yeah. I remember that
Come
one.
on, man. You're not supposed to be doing that.
Nah, Jordan Poole is
He
hooping.
having fun out there, man.
He went to the perfect situation. He went to
Yeah.
the perfect situation.
That's all it was.
But I said last time, man, I want Warriors Heat.
Y'all think there's a deal? Maybe you think at Jordan Poole's career they're gonna get like? Do you think somebody would try to grab him and make him their guy?
I mean, it's the NBA.
Right. Anything is possible.
Yeah, and we're going the offensive way, of course. But the Warriors not done. Curry's not going to be there forever.
Yeah. They better find a way to.
If
keep
there's
that man.
anyone who's at danger, you heard it here first. It's Clay. It's Clay.
Yeah.
Because you see how well they played with him gone. It's kind of like you don't want those seeds of, because that's why Clay was hurting so much. He's like, man, I got to get back in here, not just because I love ball.
I got to secure my spot.
Yeah, they gonna forget about
I gotta
me.
secure my spot.
Jordan Poole is doing what? So If there's anyone that need to be on his P's and Q's, it's Clay. And I mean, it's Clay. He's going to play well. So who knows? That's an interesting one.
I like it. Yo, let's go to Utah. Utah, Dallas, man.
The notes you put on Utah, bro.
Utah just bums, bro.
And that is not the words you use.
That's not the word I used. However, this is a kid show.
Yes.
So,
Hot garbage is what we're going to say.
The thing is, right now the series is tied 2-2.
Yep.
Because Utah won today, right? Mm-hmm. And I just don't have it for Utah, bro. Like, you just ever see a team that just shouldn't be here?
Yes.
Even though they winning plenty of games in the regular season, but you know for a fact they wasting their time in the postseason. They might win this series. But the fact that they struggling and Luka not even playing.
Yeah. He played tonight, though.
He did play today?
Mm-hmm, he played.
Jalen Brunson out here busting their John, though. Like
Jalen Brunson. If Jalen Brunson is the best guy on your team, you're not winning no championship. But you beating the Utah Jazz, apparently. I don't.
That much you can do.
Yes. So, what do you think for this series going forward? What do you think is going to happen here? It's tied up. It's 0-0 now.
Luka comes back. They finish it off next 2 games.
4-2.
4-2 out of here. Get him out of here.
I like it.
All right.
However, it can go 7, but
I think it will go 7.
I think it will likely go 7. But like even today, I'd say Luka just probably getting his feet wet again.
Right.
Because he's coming off that calf injury, and obviously he's not even 100%. I'm sure if it was like if we were in like December, he would have sat out much longer.
For sure.
Right.
So it can be done in 6 games, but I think Dallas might finish it back at the crib in 7. Mm-hmm. They might finish it back at the crib,
especially if Jalen Brunson.
And y'all were talking about it last week. I mean, Donovan. I feel like Donovan needs to move on. I feel like leave Gobert there because he's boring. He belongs in Utah.
Nothing's happening.
Donovan can come to the Garden. He can come to the
saying.
I don't know. I heard he from New York.
Hero.
I heard he from New York. So
what? He's from New York?
I think he is actually. I believe he is.
I claim it. Come on back.
Hey, we got the same birthday apparently. I mean, I got like 5 years on him. But like, yo, pull up with your boy, bro.
I tell you, we need some excitement. We need to shake things up.
You do need someone.
I would take Jalen Brunson though, for real.
There's a few people out
there. Hey, this is not going to be a Knicks show.
Keep that energy. I can't wait until we get to the East. Keep that energy, fam. Memphis, Minnesota, man.
Woo!
That's the juggernaut of the first.
Going 7.
That's
Things going 7.
7 down to the last second.
And Minnesota might win.
Let me tell you something. I love watching Ja Morant play basketball. It's poetry in motion. I wish people would quit with this Iverson 2.0. Ja Morant is Ja Morant
1.0.
Iverson is Iverson.
Right.
That's it. It's 2 different dudes. Like, let them live. Right. I do hold my breath every time he goes up for a dunk. Because the kid is just reckless.
He ends up on the ground almost every time he drives.
I mean, I know they call it grit and grind, but that don't mean you have to embody that. You're the star, my guy.
You know who else used to do that? Dub's favorite player, D-Wade.
Why did we do this to him? We know you don't like D-Wade.
That's probably why I don't like Utah.
That's exactly, when you said that, I was like, that's exactly why.
Probably why I don't. It's all coming together. It's all coming together, bro. But Memphis, Minnesota. But you know what? Minnesota, they can win this series.
They can.
They can because they have nothing to lose.
Nothing.
I find that to be the scariest teams. The teams that just, bro, what we doing in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Like, let's just go hoop.
Might as well mess something up.
Yeah, let's go. Memphis is number 2.
Can they go 14 games? Like, just... Ant is the funniest man in the league. Y'all know how much I love Ant.
You do love Ant.
That dude is so hilarious, and having him on the court, anything can happen.
Yo.
However, the other night, Karl Anthony Towns fouled out and only had 4 field goal attempts. He was 3 for 4, had like 8 points. That can't
happen.
I think Anthony Edwards is probably the best one on the team, but Karl Anthony, you're the all-star. Hell, right. You have to take at least 4 shots per minute, bro. like Kobe in his grave, like
what?
like, bro, what you was doing? Why did you even suit up?
Cat is a head scratcher, man.
Cat is a head scratcher. I can't fathom the thought of you being the face of the franchise for the last, how long you been in the league? Like 6 years or something? I don't know.
Something, yeah.
And you only take 4 shots, bro.
In what, 3 quarters?
Hi, I'm a Bam Adebayo fan.
But
Same thing.
no, but Bam is not to Miami what Carl is to Minnesota.
Very true.
Okay, like that's 2 different things. So Carl you're there to drop 30 and 10, bro.
He's
Yes.
the number.
You supposed to be
1A or 1B.
like you supposed to make people forget Kevin Garnett played for this franchise.
Right.
Let's be honest.
Right.
It's just like feast or famine with him. It's either really good, and I saw a graphic before coming in here that he took, 11, it was averaging like 11 and a half shots, and now he's down to 2 or 3 per game since games 2 through, what, 4? Are we at game 4 now?
Yeah,
Or
because
game
it's
3?
two.
It's about to be 4 tonight.
Oh yeah, it's about
So
okay.
yeah, he's been 2 and 3. He's averaged like half of what he's put out. I don't know. I feel like these are 2 young teams, and they are like rushing. It's like daring each other to make the more stupid play.
Right.
Oh, you threw a turnover? Watch this. Like, bro, I'm gonna throw.
Hold my beer.
Hold my beer. Hold my beer. You know what I'm saying?
Women's side, man.
That's how it is. That's that series in a nutshell. Please go 7. Please, we need more.
No, I think it will. I think it will
Go
because
seven.
they are like it's like 2 goofy young teams.
Yep.
Like, what are we doing here?
Right.
Just all right, let's hoop.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Let's hoop. Let's hoop.
I love that series though.
Yeah. It's easily the most interesting one in the West.
Yes.
It is easily the most interesting one. But let's head to
Speaking of interesting,
Phoenix and Pelicans. For starters, what's Phoenix about to do?
Lose.
Some bouquet.
listen.
They about to lose.
But they won last night. They up 2-1.
Point guard.
You know how you get that
Chris
when
Paul,
you get
bro.
hurt, and you get that sudden adrenaline just for a little bit. For a little bit.
I said this one's for you.
And then you like, oh, we hurt for real, for real. That's what's about to happen. It's over with. B.I. is
Wait,
Wait, hold
what?
on.
What you say?
Here's
It's
the-
over with
like
for the
Fly likes to
Suns?
say, here's the hot take.
I already didn't trust them already before. Now
Whoa.
they're injured. B.I. and the Pelicans about to.
Win in 7.
You heard it here first. Wow.
Jig, that's big time.
No,
bro.
that's
Yo.
a take.
Chris Paul cannot do it by himself.
That's true.
Even though Ayton is there, Ayton is not.
Ayton
Ayton is in the background. He
But
always plays in the background.
Ayton needs Chris Paul
Yeah, he's a
That's
to
point
be
guard.
somewhat successful, period.
All
So-
big men do.
Yeah.
Except
So
like
No,
no
but
one's gonna be-
it's a difference. Like without Book, now Ayton is going to shine a little bit more because Chris Paul is going to utilize him that way. Because with Book,
Lot of
obviously
C.
there's going to be a little bit more ISO ball and stuff
he's
like
gonna
that.
fall. He's not. You ever seen somebody who plays good when they're in the background, and then when you step them up into the light, they disappear?
It's a little too
what
bright.
Draymond said. Some guys we thought were guys aren't guys when the playoffs come around.
That's
I
what
said,
we're about to
damn,
see.
Draymond.
I like that respect though.
Ayton is a cool dude. He don't want to be in the limelight. He's gonna get pushed into the limelight, and he's gonna fade away.
This Pelicans team, I love to see. I was talking to Vlad the other day, and I was like, man, I know a lot of people not a fan. You think however you want, but I'm like, man, I wish Zion
Yes.
was playing with this Pelicans team. I think we'd be talking about the Pelicans way different. I mean, hell, even just once they picked up CJ, things started to turn up.
Yep.
I don't know if y'all remember, they started the season like 1-15. Bro.
Yep.
Zion fell out. I don't know. I don't know how they got here, bro. But like, regardless, I'm like, if Zion was on this team, healthy, regular, whatever,
Right.
this might have been a top 5 team in the West.
Easy.
Easily.
Bi is just that guy.
But B.I. and
just that guy.
B.I. and CJ just know how to hoop.
That's it.
And I love Valanciunas too down there.
Come on, man.
Like they just this is a nice team.
Yep.
I don't see them winning this series. I don't, but it did get that much harder. Your mic was on. They heard you, bro. it did get. I mean, but that was a bold take. That was a bold take.
Look,
I'll take you to dinner if y'all win. If,
Hey.
if the Pelicans win, bro.
Look, McDonald's on.
McDonald's, yeah. Nothing crazy, bro.
Dollar menu.
I ain't got that good money. I look like money today, but I don't have it, okay?
Fool you. Don't let the threads fool you.
I don't have it. Some fun fry
Right.
from McDonald's.
Elijah, okay, boy,
Don't know much.
Humble
But nah,
thyself.
humble thyself.
I would hope.
But that's
both
a
of them-
hot take,
Yo,
bro.
If he can't
sure.
come back, They in
No,
trouble.
I don't think he's coming back for this
No,
series.
he's not. He's done for the series.
He's
Sound
done.
like he's
So
done for
and
the
he
season.
might even struggle to come back too early in the next series if they
No,
make
wait,
it.
wait. There's no next series.
Boy.
He's done for the season. This is it.
What
Yo,
you-
that's it. That's it.
What are y'all talking about?
That's
Boy,
it.
who done that?
You
hear
heard
it? You heard it?
Wait, so wait, that's the West,
My
right?
eyes are
Yeah.
big, bro. That's a big one.
But I mean, think about it though.
It's
These
tough.
are what do you have? A hamstring?
Hamstring.
So that's wear and tear. Think about how much basketball Devin Booker has played in the past 2 years.
Yeah, and it's not his first time dealing with a hamstring injury.
Right. He went to the finals, and people forget he went to a whole
USA,
Japan.
yeah, yep. He played. He
Like
played in
nobody
Olympics.
watched, but everybody like he went to Japan.
Yo,
and then he had 6 weeks of rest and relaxation.
Right.
Let me tell you something about athletes. Ain't no rest and relaxation.
They still
They
in
get
the
straight
gym.
to training.
Yep,
and
gym.
then family stuff. They got like 1 week of family stuff.
And then
They're like, all
back
right,
in the
babe, I'll
gym.
give you 5 days. And then
And ain't he kicking it with a Kardashian?
Yeah.
oh, by the way, you see in English. You see,
Jesus Christ.
Yo, that was a good one.
cello. Shout out to cello. He do that all the time.
Yeah, he do.
We got a lot of viewers. They got to know what I'm saying.
Yeah, facts.
Comprend? You understand in English? You know. So anyway, he played a lot of basketball, so it's gonna be tough for him. This seems like it's just a little hamstring, but it's probably been building for a while.
Right.
So I'm hoping
Possibly.
just take the rest of the series
Okay,
off.
if you saw when he got hurt, he was just running, trying to get back on D, make a play.
Yeah.
Dang.
And it's just like, something ain't right.
Right.
Uh-oh.
And what I am afraid of is they're gonna lean too much on Chris Paul, and you know his track record with the playoffs.
Let's talk Chris Paul for real, bro.
Like,
I said on a group chat, this man has the worst career luck I've ever
Yeah.
seen in my life. Bro.
so it's like
It's tough. Man.
it's tough, man.
I was pulling like I really wanted them to win that last one because I think Chris Paul's looking at like a 2-3 year timeline.
If-
Although he don't look like he's slowing down for nobody. Injuries get him sometimes.
Yo, he's still playing,
but he's
bro.
still playing.
He's still so
it's
effective.
up here. Everything's up here. He knows where everyone is. It's masterful watching him.
You
play.
can pick the flashy point guards like Ja or whatever, but if you want a general,
Give me
Yes.
a general all day.
yo president,
right.
a chief.
chief, man, you go
Nah.
get Chris Paul, bro.
But we shall see, man. Let's go to the best side,
Okay.
which is not the west side.
It's the East Side.
Okay, you start out. I'm waiting.
Who we gonna start with?
Yo, we
My
can't.
turn. I'm waiting in English.
All right, let's start.
Chicago.
Let's go Milwaukee, Chicago, bro.
Come on, man.
That
Even
one-
without Middleton, they wash Chicago.
Which
last
again,
night.
just
They
to
did.
tie this in, Middleton was where? In Japan. Okay? And people starting to get hurt. Just keep an eye on that. Look around who's in the playoffs who played on that team.
Right.
Drew played too.
Yep.
Just saying.
Knowledge being dropped here.
Just saying.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, and yeah, it's an MCL that might keep him out for like a
They said,
month, bro.
yeah,
Like,
they said 3 to 4 weeks.
yeah. So unless they make it a deep playoff run, Middleton might be done too.
Yeah.
Against the Bulls, don't
not-
matter. But the next
Which is so weird because you made a great point on last week's show. The Bulls feasted, like you said, on the bad teams.
Yep.
Oh, we playing Orlando? Bet.
Bet.
Oh, we playing Indiana? Bet.
Yeah.
And then you run into Phoenix or Milwaukee or whoever during the regular season, they were
Disappeared.
getting washed.
I don't get it. I don't get it. What is it? Like, have anyone watched Bulls games? I watch Bulls games.
I probably watched one or two. I mean, I remember watching a Knicks
didn't watch
game
that
and
bush.
we beat them. But like,
Right.
Sorry, I got jokes. Well, I just know a lot of Bulls fans, and they've been talking to me all season. I'm like, oh, let's wait till the real season, okay? Because during the season, there's tells there. That the playoffs tell, but there's tells during the season where you can kind of, that team's probably not going to go too far.
Right.
And you think you just want to wake up one day? DeMar probably the only like that guy
That's it.
on that team. They don't got no other dogs. Maybe Caruso. Maybe.
Caruso's annoying. He's a dog.
Yeah.
I think
he
Caruso's
plays
a
how he
dog.
plays. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all day, every day.
I think
You're
Lonzo
right.
going down for the season was a
Hurt.
major,
they need
major
Lonzo.
blow.
They need Lonzo.
Major blow. And Levine is just an okay hooper. To me, I mean, he
He's a
be
nice
making
guy.
All-Star games, but I be like,
He's one of them guys.
he's good.
He's good.
That's
But
it.
You got to push him to the front.
Like,
Who's
Draymond
right?
was talking about him.
For real?
No.
I'm about to say what?
But what he said is if the shoe fits, and the shoe fits for Mr. Levine, whatever his
Right.
name is.
Zachary.
Because it's like, okay, you drop, 20-something a game?
Mm-hmm.
Let's make it count.
Empty
Like
calories.
Do something.
Empty calories. That's what it was.
Come on, man.
That's what it was. So that one, what are they now? What, 3-1?
2-1.
Chicago 1-1.
Chicago 1-1 in Milwaukee, and Milwaukee just returned the favor in Chicago.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, but this one might end in 5.
Yeah, most likely.
They might run through gas. Because that one game DeMar had, it was kind of like they won their championship, in, as I'm going to say, for other teams. But you kind of, that adrenaline, like you're saying, we got one, we can do it. No, you can't.
No, yeah. Right.
Humble thyself.
You see that guy right there? That's Giannis.
Right.
and that boy good.
Yes.
That boy
Very
good.
good.
That
Scary.
boy good.
Who
Let's
else
head to
we
Philly,
got?
man. Let's head to Philly, Toronto, bro. Philly, Toronto. Philly was supposed to sweep these boys, man. They were supposed to.
Hey, they professionals too now.
And Toronto went and took
Spicy P.
Right.
That is the lamest. Anyway, spicy. I ain't calling no grown man Spicy P. Your mama named you Pascal. I'm calling you Pascal.
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 Pascal Siakam.
Nah, man.
You dropping buckets
I'm
on
surprised they got one, though. I am surprised because they had no kind of answer for Joel, bro. Like, I'm talking like, Joel's already a beast. Like, most people can't check him one-on-one.
Nobody can check him.
Like, Toronto don't have a single soul that can even think. Like, coach be looking down the line like, which one of y'all?
None of y'all.
All right, how many of y'all?
Can I put on the court?
Yeah,
All 5.
to check Joel. So the fact that they even stole one,
Yeah.
They stole one, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Definition.
Even though it's at home,
right.
even though it's at home, but I have a major problem. I have a major problem. James Harden.
Talk about it, my brother. You know that's my favorite.
My mic working?
You good?
James.
The producer say yes.
Okay, good. James Harden, bro. He is getting away with highway robbery right now, bro.
Yo.
I don't like it.
And there's literally nothing wrong. He's just fat. He's just out of shape.
It's not that.
And who am I to talk?
The way James Harden forced himself out of Houston, forced himself out of Brooklyn to get to Philly or whatever.
Already rumors.
I need James Harden to be dropping 31 and 15, bro. I want to see Houston James Harden. And right now he's hiding behind Joel and Maxey. What the hell is Maxey doing averaging 30 points in the playoffs?
Sophomore year.
Dropping.
And James Harden dropping 16 if you lucky.
What's crazy is I've seen the young athletes. Maxey dropping 30 on your head and going and eating a honey bun after the game.
Right.
You're gonna let that guy that don't know nothing about nutrition? He ain't nothing. He ain't a pro yet. For real. Come on, man. You don't got no trainers, no nothing. Maxey is hooping off Kool-Aid and honey buns.
Right.
And, well, then again, so is James Harden. So I guess we're equal.
Well, when you put it that way.
Right.
When you put it that way.
Nah, man. James Harden is he's a fraud, man.
Yeah.
Something in my
Good luck,
spirit.
guys, man.
Yo, something in my spirit just was looking at him. I was just like, yo. Last year we used to be like, yo, he is not that good. He was getting away with them calls, inflating his numbers. They took that away. His numbers went away. Now his numbers don't even exist. He's going 4 for 30. 4 for, like, it's crazy. Like, look at it. And you like, come on, man. This is what they traded for? Y'all took an L on this one,
with the kind of pressure I feel like he put on himself doing all that noise. For me, James Harden, you need to not win just win the championship. You need to be the MVP of said finals. But right now, you starting to look like the sixth man that was back in OKC, my man. Like,
he don't even look that good. He don't even look that good.
He looks good. He looked really good in OKC.
Coming off, look, man. When you push people to the front of the stage, man.
Light's too bright.
Light is too bright for that.
I just a dirty pants.
He's just. Y'all remember how Melo was?
That's exactly what I was about to say, bro.
Like Melo, he's just there to play basketball and take money, and that's it. He has no ambition to win no championship.
Yo,
None.
Y'all would know.
That man killing them. I don't know. I just feel like James Harden right now. I mean, I think he's peaked. I mean, well, he's way past peaked.
He's on the decline.
But he's on a decline so hard, bro. Like, I think he might have to hang it up in like 2 years, bro.
But this is not the first time we've seen it from that kind of generation. We've seen it a lot. Like Russell, like just fell off a cliff. Like what the? And the same thing. So
he'll
that
be back
kinda,
next year. I think Russell's coming back
think
next
so?
year.
Okay.
Wherever he is.
It's
Not
the
with the
LeBron
Lakers.
thing, but we're not gonna talk about it.
Oh Lord.
LeBron made him hit the side of the backboard.
KD,
He has low lights, people. Low lights. I'm just okay. I'm off.
By the way, Russell, come on the show.
I got nothing against him. I'm in shock. We used to ooh and ah this guy. Anyway, the same thing happened to Harden.
Boy. Before my blood pressure go up, talk about these Philly bums. Who's next, man?
Let's head to South Beach. Bro.
Hello.
Is that the last one?
That's not the last one. The last one is
BK?
Yeah.
Oh well, we can talk about that. They're playing right now.
You want to talk BK in Boston?
Let's talk BK. How they about to get
We going
swept?
right here with it. We going right here.
Whoa. They about to get swept.
You think so?
Talk about it.
Let's check on the score. Why are you talking about
Look,
it? I'm gonna
man.
check on the score. Let's see what they talking about.
Let me tell you why they're gonna get swept. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, KD, Kyrie are amazing.
I ain't got good
basketball
service,
players,
bro.
but they're not. You know how you have an alpha on a team?
Mm-hmm.
KD definitely is not an alpha. He's like, no, this is not my team.
Right.
Kyrie's not an alpha too. He's not leading nobody. He just comes to play basketball. They have no real leader on their team, so they're
Goran Dragic.
And Steve Nash ain't it either.
definitely not it.
It is currently.
Definitely not
Oh,
What's the score?
it's 91-84 Celtics. Okay, I thought that was 101. Okay, that's not bad. 91-84.
It's a
Not bad.
7-point game.
Yeah, 7 minutes in the fourth.
That's been but if you have no leaders, who's leading you to what?
Yeah.
Everybody's going in no direction. Has no direction.
They
So,
close to having Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown. Leading the team. For real. Because he goes out and he gives his all every night.
I will say this, man. Even though they went, because game one, I easily could have been won on either end. I mean,
Yeah.
it took a buzzer beater at
Right.
the end. Cool. Game two, you had the lead.
Right.
And somehow you coughed
Gave
it
it
up.
up.
So them even being down 2-0 and going home, I still was confident that they could win this. But now that you mentioned the score, I don't think they're gonna come back. But like you lose, you go down 3-0, you might take game 4. But once you go back to Boston, you telling me a gentleman's sweep to a team that I think has the 2 best scorers in the game?
Absolutely. I saw it on social media earlier how Tracy McGrady, your guy, T-Mac was saying
That's
how.
my guy.
Well, I wonder. I'm going to ask you guys that. What you think about what he said? He said, Bron and Wade are not touching KD.
Oh, yeah, I
and
did see
Kyrie.
that.
I agree wholeheartedly in terms of
scoring.
Yeah.
Bruh, KD and Kyrie probably the 2 best scorers you ever seen.
I think it's the best let me not be blasphemous, but
Not
as
the
far
best
as
duo.
offensive skill.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would say they top 2, probably not 2.
They're strictly ISO, but LeBron and that other guy,
Yeah.
like they played together.
Right.
Like they played a team game.
right.
Yeah.
You know? But Brooklyn is the number 1 ISO team in the league.
In the world.
But when you say basketball, when you're talking about skill, you're talking offensively.
Right.
People don't think about defense as a skill. It's more effort than anything. It is a skill to me.
Right.
I'm a Heat fan, obviously, so it is a skill. But I agree.
But
And
even in that
LeBron
era,
and Wade came out and said it.
they did say it. They played off of each other.
Right.
KD and Kyrie don't do that.
No.
Yeah, they just
It's here, move.
Move out my way.
Yeah.
much like Embiid and Harden.
Move out my way.
It's move out my way. But for me, I'm like, all right, there's no way the team with the 2 best scorers, I mean, literally could drop 35 to
in a
45
blink of the eye.
in their sleep. There's no way they're gonna fall in the first round.
It's a team game.
They should. Number one, they shouldn't have been here. But we're
You've
gonna
been
let
saying
them
that. You've been saying that from game 1 of '82,
They shouldn't have been here.
and
But-
every game after that.
But they got here. Now we see what they really are. They have nobody.
So here's the question. Is Brooklyn that bad? Because it seems like we're really focused on Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Or is Boston that good? Because I feel like
It's
the conversation but this whole time we ain't say nothing about how good Boston is playing.
Facts.
We literally, even on the group chat, and most of the time when you turn on the TV and listen to Sports Center and stuff like that, it's KD's playing bad, Kyrie's playing bad. Boston played good defense. KD's playing bad, Kyrie's playing bad. Boston played a little good defense.
Right.
And so I feel like. Is Brooklyn, pick one. Can you pick one? Is Brooklyn this bad or is Boston this good? Because Boston put up numbers this season, period.
Brooklyn is that bad.
Mm-hmm. And Boston's that good.
Boston is good. It's a good team, but Brooklyn.
But I just wanted the one here.
Brooklyn,
yeah, okay.
That bad. Look at the season they had. Yes, KD went down a couple times, but even when the team was together, they still played bad basketball.
But before KD went down, they were number 1 in the East.
People were scared of what they saw until they played them. Like,
but that's when it went downhill. Without KD, and obviously Kyrie was on his, whatever. Yeah. But without KD, they lost 85% of their games. Mm-hmm. So
before the trade,
this was so. I mean, let's be honest. If it wasn't for injury, this is supposed to be a top 4 seeded team.
You know what's interesting about KD? He's clearly the best player on every team that he goes to. But the only team that acknowledged that was the one he won the championship with. You realize that?
There's a telltale story with that, though. Mm-hmm. I think there's more to that because, one, they already had a system. They already had a winning culture. They already was a championship team. Mm-hmm. There was nothing. They could have won the championship without KD. It would have just been slightly harder.
Yeah.
So that, I think, is different because KD he pretty much came and was like, hey guys, y'all mind if I play in the sandbox with y'all?
But they let him do his thing as the guy.
Yeah, but they already had their face.
Yeah.
They already, Curry's their face. It's just like when LeBron went to Miami. Mm-hmm. Like, Wade is the guy of Miami. Mm-hmm. LeBron is the best player.
Correct.
But let's melange it, and then with the addition of Bosh.
In English.
I'm sorry. And we'll make it shake. Like, Golden State didn't have a need for KD at all.
But look at OKC. Look at Brooklyn. He has 2 guards there.
Alpha as heck.
Alpha and Kyrie, I wouldn't really. Honestly, Kyrie is an undercover a-hole. He is like. I want to show you that I burn sage, but underneath, I'm from Jersey. Don't forget.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As you can see with all the middle fingers that went on against Boston. I said, whoa, brother. Whoa, I thought you was on peace. He said, I
thought we was in Ramadan.
My man said, I don't want peace. I want problems always. When I go to Celtic, when I go to Boston, I want problems always.
Always.
So it's interesting to see that dynamic. This is his 3rd team. He's with that type of guard again, the Russell Westbrook-ish, ball dominant, kind of get out my way type of thing, and it's not working.
But we could say the same exact thing about Kyrie. He was in a perfectly good situation with LeBron in Cleveland.
Yep.
You won a championship. You could have won more. I want to be the guy. Okay, I'll be the guy now.
I'm glad he did that to LeBron. Because LeBron should have stayed in Miami. That's what you get.
Go ahead, your bullshit, man.
That's what you get. You only got 1 after that. That's why. That's good for you, man.
Hey, again, go ahead, your bullshit. Anyway, Kyrie, he wanted to be the guy. Right? He didn't like being Robin.
Right.
He goes to Boston. That was a complete fail.
People don't even want to remember that part.
They don't. It was so bad. The moment he sat or he wasn't away, their game elevated.
He's not a leader.
He went to Brooklyn, and he led the charge to get KD over there. Don't forget.
Yep.
But I wonder where did Kyrie remember, okay, you have to be Robin again, though, buddy. Like
you are not as good as Kevin Durant.
You're not.
You are very good. Great player.
Great.
But KD
phenomenal.
Is
a little bit more.
Yeah.
A little bit more. I just
look at it as 2 Robins, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
But personality-wise?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. KD is not the dude I'm the leader of the team.
Yeah.
He's not that. He's just gonna come play basketball
and hoop. And he always says that he just want to hoop. I just want to hoop.
Kyrie's the same way. So you got 2 Robins. Nobody's like, I'm gonna take charge.
So and because you got the brooms out for them.
Yo, I didn't want them they shouldn't have made the playoffs in the first place, in my opinion. But they made it, and now we see how this exit is gonna look.
That's why I was appalled.
Yeah, and now we're going to South Beach.
I was appalled.
I know exactly what's about to
I
happen.
was appalled when you said that the Miami Heat should lose a game to get the net or to evade the Nets. I've seen
Who
them.
said that? You?
I said that.
Yes,
That would have been a sweep.
bruh.
That
I
would have
said
been an
that.
easier sweep, that worse sweep than they get now.
I ain't gonna say that. That I wouldn't say. We
would've-
wouldn't know. To me, again, like the point I made, and yo, my man's called me out last week without saying my name, but he.
Yes. Only
I hear.
for one person.
Yeah, so now we here.
Splendid, man.
Let's get jiggy with it, bro. So the reason why I felt like that, and like I said earlier, in the game of basketball, okay, it is you need one man to be pretty relevant, two men to like knock on the door, three, you winning it all, right? If you have the top two scorers
Yep.
that you probably ever really laid your eyes on the same team,
You should be championship bound.
pretty much.
Yeah.
And that's why, in the beginning of the season, they're like, man, we don't need a coach. Sure, Steve Nash, whatever.
Right.
Because, hey, you don't need to draw up some major game plan. You have Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving who can both play at MVP type levels every game. So it wasn't about y'all per se.
Yeah.
It was more so I sure wouldn't want to play the team that got Kevin Durant and Kyrie. So it wasn't like it was no knock to you. I gave y'all credit. I was like, you guys are really well coached. I didn't think y'all had a superstar or anything like that. You don't have a superstar. Which that's the only thing that scares me about if I'm a Miami fan, like I never know who's really closing my game, but whatever. But you guys are really deep. You guys are well coached and all that. But I'm like, them boys got KD and Kyrie.
Right.
I ain't trying to play them guys.
There's a clear pecking
So-
order when it comes down to those last few seconds in the game.
Yeah.
With those guys anyway.
So that was my reasoning that if I'm a Miami fan, I'm going to try to avoid them. I'll see them a little later. Let me get warmed up. I'd rather get warmed up with the Hawks like y'all seem to be doing now anyway. and then, I'm sorry, Ken. It's not really a shot or anything. But like,
He's going to take it as a shot.
he is. There's going to be a text of some sort.
Gotta leave my shot one
Shout out to my man Kenzie. But so it wasn't about y'all. It was just, even if I was a Boston fan, I wouldn't want to play them. The way it's turning out, it seems like easy pickings.
They were up to the task.
But I wouldn't have wanted to play the team with the top two scorers. That's all it was to me.
I get it. You approach this kind of in the mindset of, because you watch a lot of football. Football is extremely a team sport.
Team-oriented, yeah.
But the NBA up until, recently hasn't really been like that. It's been superstars.
Yeah.
No matter what these old heads want to tell you.
Right.
There was big three back then. There was big duos.
Yeah.
But they had role players.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
The Detroit 04 Pistons might be the only team ever to win a championship without a true guy.
Yeah.
So you can't.
2014 Spurs were but they had guys that were guys.
But
back
Yeah.
then.
what, 2014?
Yeah, 2014.
Kawhi was already there?
Kawhi was there, but he
But
was
he wasn't
year.
Kawhi.
Yeah, he wasn't Kawhi yet, but
They had
Duncan
old-
and
They had
Ginobili,
stars, but they were on their.
they were on their
old,
back.
you
But
know.
I got you. I see
That's
what you're
the
saying.
comp for this year's Miami Heat.
I'll
to me, anyway.
But and then you see, and if y'all win, y'all would be the first team since. So that's you guys are like that's why I'm like you guys are like the minority. Like it's hard to win the way you're
Absolutely.
set up. So yeah, man, that was my reasoning, bro.
No, I get it. I get it.
That was me.
The Nets, I've seen them, as they were the whole season. Like, we talked about this last time. They had a nice face, but then we threw them in the water and the makeup came off.
Yep. Wow.
And then,
That's good. That was a good one. And it's not
you're like, whoa, that's a trash can right there. What? I almost got married to. Anyway, I'm just saying. It's terrible. That is terrible.
Look, man, let's go ahead and go to me, what should have been my should have been my favorite series before like the injuries and all that. Miami and Atlanta, man.
I said before it started, this is a good matchup. Everybody, sweep. I'm like, I don't think it's going to be a sweep. Yeah, I joke around. I say Heat in 3 and all that stuff.
That was funny, bro. I was weak, bro. I said not in 3.
But I knew first of all, know how good Ice Trae is. He's really, really, really good. And when you see him in person,
You
see like this is a skilled guy. But again, what does Shaq always say? The others. It's
There's
about
no others.
the others. And Bogey is half of the others.
And that's
Who else?
that's not good.
Gallo.
What? Look,
Nah, man. If Atlanta was completely healthy though,
it would've
I
been
thought
a
there
better
was
series.
I thought this was gonna be a series.
Me too, for sure.
I thought this was going to be a series. Only because I was just thinking about what Atlanta did last week. And Jig mentioned it on last week's episode. What Atlanta did last year.
Yeah.
They washed the floor with us, and we thought it was gonna be a series. Then they beat Philly in 7. We ain't see that coming.
Right.
And they brought Milwaukee to 7.
Yeah.
Definitely ain't see that coming.
Fully healthy.
So I was like, I mean, and think about it. Back then, like, okay, Trae Young is the best in our series,
They have
but
nobody
against
on their
Philly,
team.
he wasn't the best in that series. Against Milwaukee, he wasn't the best in that series. Against y'all, I think Trae Young is the best offensive player in y'all series.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Offensive.
Ooh,
I'll
you
leave
have
that
respect.
offensive. No, I'm not obviously not all around. Trae Young is a liability defensively, but like. Offensively, Trae Young is the best player in this series.
Correct.
But if they were fully healthy, I think this could have been something.
This
now
could have been 6 or 7 easy, but now it's 5.
and it could have been 6 or 7 with a possible Atlanta win.
That's what I'm saying.
With a possible Atlanta win. That's I mean just based off what I'm saying from last year.
Yeah, and it's because they play tough. Like if you give them a shot, they're gonna take the shot. You can't if you don't kill them early. Even if you try to kill them early, they're still gonna fight.
Yeah, they have shooters, man. And in this game, you need shooters. They remind me of a young Warriors team when our guy Mark was there. What's
Mark
his
Jackson?
name? Mark Jackson. They remind me of that team. Because there's some guys, man. DeAndre Hunter? If he can put his offensive game together, and then people not talking about Onyeka Okongwu is him. Give him some time. He's going to be nice. So those 3 guys, Onyeka, DeAndre, and Trae together, you can keep John around. It's cool to have. He's an OG. He been around.
Sell. Collins?
Yes.
Sell.
Wait, you don't like John Collins on the team?
Sell.
So they should have got rid of him.
Yo, Kent is gonna tear you apart for that one,
he
bro.
is. Yeah.
That John Collins is Kent's guy, bro.
Yeah.
He's all right, but
It's sentimental.
He's not the 2. He's not.
No. He can't be Robin.
He
got to be that girl.
Right. He got to be the 3rd, 4th.
Yeah.
But that's the issue. That's Atlanta's issue. Atlanta needs to go out and find somebody to help Trae.
But
They need a
for the
number
first
2 guy.
time,
Bradley Beal. You heard it here first.
Whoo, that would make them tough.
Yo, but anyway,
I like that name. I like that name. That was a
Hold on,
good
get
name.
on 2K right now. Everybody in the comments, stop what you're doing and go and put Bill on the Hawks. Trade it for him right now. See, let us know next week
yo,
how it
that would
went.
be a way different squad.
Facts.
He'll have.
But I mean,
That's the
in
East
time,
Splash Brothers.
In time, we can assume that'll happen. I mean,
could
I'd
happen.
like to think that.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, in the past, Atlanta has invested as their number 1 person being a Joe Johnson is not a number 1 guy. You know, like so it's like hopefully, but now Trae Young is a number 1. I mean, Trae Young, I see him winning an MVP or 2.
He can.
You know, like he is that good. He will never be the face because, like my man Cole said, he's an evil Steph Curry. So he'll never be like the face of the league or something like that. But Trae Young is nasty with it, bro. Like that ice cold thing he got going on. That's real. That's
Let
real.
me tell you, man. Look, I was
That's
at the
real.
game and
Yeah, man. Give the
Bruh.
people some of that, some of them highlights.
Courtside.
Courtside. Yo, that man was like, hey, yo, Jimmy, you good? You good?
nah, what they not
straight?
telling y'all out there in TV land is that I snuck in through the back door. Somebody let me in through the back. So that's how I got the courtside. But no, I mean, when there's an exciting player there's a feeling that they bring when they're playing basketball. Trae is that. Like, everybody's on their feet. He got Quavo over there jumping so high his chain's coming off. And you got everybody courtside wanting to rush the court. He is going to be a great player for a long, long time. I remember when they drafted it, I text Vlad and said, y'all got one. Finally. For all the years of y'all missing.
If they would have stuck with Luka, they might have still had one too.
Yes. Either one, they hit.
Right.
They
hit on it.
yeah.
But now it's about that second guy. They need a second guy bad. A real bona fide guy.
Can you help me understand something though? Like, I know why the Knicks be booing Trae Young. What y'all got with him? Like
I don't
I
know.
feel like Miami's always been a good team, like the nice people team, and the fans was really booing Trae Young. I'm
I
like,
have no idea.
what's the
Even
problem?
me, I was watching the game. I'm like, what did Trae Young say something? In fact, he was like real complimentary of like Spo, like saying it's fun. This is the most fun he's had in the series, in the playoffs. Even though I'm like, Trae, what do you know about the playoffs? You haven't been in the playoffs long, but he's like, this is the most fun I've had because, you know, I'm playing chess with this coach. He's throwing stuff at me, different defenses. He's not letting me rest. I'm having fun. I was like, respect. I respect that because that means I still want to kill you on the court, but like I can see how great you are in what you're doing. So I respected that, but I have no idea. I don't know why they're booing. I think it had to do with him complaining about calls. I think that's what it is. Heat fans are nuanced a bunch. They are je ne sais quoi. They are. You need an acquired taste.
Right.
You know? So they read the papers, they hear what people say, and they're locked in with all that stuff. Especially when you're talking about their defense and saying somehow that we're too physical. Heat fans not gonna like that. So I think that's what it was. Because after game one, he was chirping, talking about, and he got the fine for it. So he made sure the refs knew. Oh, if they're gonna just let them play physical, I was like, now Trae, now Rayford. Rayford.
Not Rayford.
All right, the third. You need to relax. Anyway, let's talk about the series, though. Predictions? Anything has changed for you?
Nah, it's.
I mean, once Atlanta's injuries started racking up, I was like, okay, Miami's gonna take this. Let's just see. What I like to see what a superstar is capable of. If you can at least being down, like, okay, the Hawks don't look good against Miami, but can you sneak one, maybe 2 games? And I'd have to I have to tip my hat off to Trae Young and those guys for at least. I mean, granted, it's still early. It's 2-1. That's it.
Yeah. It's a series.
That's
now.
all it is. Yeah, it's 2-1. Atlanta still gets another home game, so
Kyle Lowry may not play the next game.
it can easily be
changes
0-0.
the whole match on this series.
That changes a lot of things. So I think we got ourselves a little series, man. Might go 6.
Let me tell you something. Miami Heat, don't play with your food.
I'm telling you.
You better put these guys down. You better clip the wings and barbecue these Hawks. Because if you don't and they're a young team. If they get that
they're going to be on the same run they did last year.
Bogey's a dog. Bogey showed me something. Bogey showed me something.
Give up. I don't care how many times you kick him in the nuts. He's going to get up. I don't know if we can say that.
Well,
it's too late. But we're going to bleep it out. But, yo. Yeah, every man knows that feeling. When you get kicked,
it's hard to get up, bro.
It's hard to get up. And it's like every time they're like, oh, nah, we good. We good. We good.
I mean, third quarter,
it's crazy.
Miami put on a masterclass on defense and smothered Trae. I didn't know what it looked like on TV, but it looked like they was ganging up on him and beating him up.
They really did. The third quarter looked crazy. And y'all went on a, 26-0 run or something to start the quarter off.
Yeah. So
something crazy.
It went from extremely loud in the arena to like I was yelling across, hey, what up, Quay? Huncho! So I'm like, and then they kept climbing back. I respect the Hawks. If anything, we win this series, you got my respect. Because we know in that Southeast Division, Miami been ruling for a little bit now. Right. So respect.
Yeah, you don't beat the Hawks until it's 0-0. I mean, even the playing game, Cleveland was up on them.
Right.
And Atlanta just found a way to come on back. Yeah. But Miami being the number 1 seed, man, the pressure's on as a number 1 seed team.
You cannot lose this next game.
You cannot lose this series. You lose this series, you lose respect for the next year or 2. Like legit. So you definitely gotta make it past the first round. And, you know, if you're going to foresee things, it looks like y'all might be heading to Philly or Philly heading to y'all.
The problem has been the same from
easy money if that happens.
You mean Miami against
easy
Philly?
Money.
I don't know, man.
Easy.
We play Embiid very well.
And James Harden is not going to show up.
Because
if they make it,
maybe that's a series that he's going to listen to this episode. James Harden gonna listen to this episode. When I said, James Harden, I need you. I mean, I'm not even a fan. I just want, because you made so much noise, I need you to turn it up, bro. I need you to turn it up. No, this way. I need you to turn it up and start dropping Houston Rockets type numbers again.
I think just Miami plays them well because Miami does what everyone should do. They properly respect Embiid and disrespect everyone else.
Yo.
You're going to have to beat me, whatever your name is.
Yes.
Danny Green.
Yes. Go ahead, Danny Green.
Tobias.
Tobias.
You see his face?
Tobias.
And they play defense tough. It's not like regular.
Maxi's getting up there. Maxi's
playing.
Yeah. But we shall see.
Maxi's playing. But hey, we can't foresee. First things first, you got to find a way past Atlanta. While Philly looks like they about to finish off Toronto.
Let me break it down, bro. The biggest issue, like I got to put this on wax or I guess on video for Miami Heat. And watch for this next game, bro. If Kyle does not play, they don't know how to play basketball when Kyle's not on the. They legit, and Jimmy has said this over and over. I just like getting the ball and being able to score. Making decisions on who to do that, I can do that on the second pass. And he doesn't say that outright, but like we can see it, bro. Like the game wasn't lost on that last shot that he missed.
Floater.
It was lost on the wild shot he took before that careened off and Trey went the full length of the court. That's what lost the game because that was the game-winning shot.
Right.
Then you got to come back and then do whatever. Like, bro, run the offense. He can't. He's not a point guard. He's not gonna run no offense. I'm Jimmy. I'm the guy. I'm shooting it. Who gonna tell him no on the team? Bam.
Udonis.
Udonis on the bench.
hey, the way they look like they be ready to spar, bro.
Hey, listen, that's just a culture thing. But man, if that happens, if Kyle doesn't play, I don't know. I don't know. Tyler Hero, I need Tyler and Bam to come. You got to do something because Jimmy Ball. I've hated it since he's come to Miami. Even with the 45, I was like, that was with Kyle on the floor.
Right.
He hasn't done that. He's done it with...
The last time he dropped 45 was in the bubble, bro.
In the bubble. And he's like, no disrespect to Goran, but I had to do what I had to do. It was no one else. I had to do it. And the Lakers were primed for him to be able to do that. So anyway, keep an eye on that. If they say Kyle's out, cheeks getting tight.
You heard
On
it.
that note,
You heard it first.
on that note, we're gonna play our exit music, fellas.
Wrap it up.
Dope chat, man. We're gonna do this again next time.
Vlog, stay away more.
Wow.
Peace.